Welcome back to another episode of Hello Ladies, where feminism meets pro wrestling. You may recall the face that is seated next to me, or if you're listening, the disembodied voice you are about to hear. We are your hostesses with the mostesses. I'm Sabrina, and
I'm Megan.
woo, a voice from the past.
Yeah, my resurrected ghost is back apparently.
hmm Yes, yes, yes. And we are in the same place at the same time.
Yeah,
How
we
about
can
that?
actually touch.
Um, and the fun thing is, so I've also noticed before that like a lot of people who say went through the rough years of watching wrestling, now we're all kind of doing the same thing of now that it's at like this height of there's wrestling everywhere. Everyone's really into it again. We're all like, I'm like
Burnt.
burnt out. Like it feels like we all work together to this point, and now it's just like, well, how about that? How about not watching every week?
It's like I need a vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
We worked very hard through the rough years, and now it's like, okay, everything's good. We're gonna take a little break.
Yeah. Even like AEW's back on the upswing, it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, WWE is on the upswing, even though they're doing their damnedest to sabotage themselves. Um, TNA is obviously on the upswing. Maybe Ring of Honor will follow. Who knows?
Yeah.
Indie wrestling's doing well. It looks like the promotions in Mexico are doing well.
As far as I know, I think I'm not sure, but as of at least a couple of weeks ago, I think Zack Sabre Jr. is the champion in New Japan again. So that's also a plus.
Yes, yes. And I was going to ask, 'cause if you do not recall, or if you are a newer listener, Megan is like the resident Japanese wrestling expert.
Was. We'll
Well,
say was.
okay.
It's kind of when everyone jumped ship to AEW. Like,
Mm.
the only times that I'll actually still watch is maybe like a Zack Sabre Jr. match. Because
And
he's
Wrestle
another.
Kingdom, right?
Yeah, we'll still do Wrestle Kingdom
Yeah,
because I mean it's Wrestle Kingdom. It's the, WrestleMania of New Japan.
yeah.
But yeah, as far as like consistently watching, all my favorites are in AEW now. So like even Ibushi has made appearances in AEW at this point, which he's on not great terms with New Japan, so I doubt we'll see him at like Forbidden Door or anything, but
Did you see him on RJ City's oh Hey EW?
no,
It's cute.
I'll have to
Cute.
watch it. I love Ibushi.
He tries so hard with the English, and then they have an interpreter there and he has to go, and RJ's just like uh-huh. Um but like they still have great energy with one another. I RJ almost never like does a bad interview, so um as always, I'm just here plugging RJ City and all that he does.
I'm sure he'll like it on Instagram again and maybe insult you.
Well, I don't know if you saw was it on Instagram? It was either on Instagram or TikTok. It was on TikTok because I clipped it and then um shared yeah, I stitched a video he did where he's doing the boyfriend book talk lean at one point. In his he does coffee and underwear on Sundays, and he was at home in his underwear at making coffee, and he'd like put the phone and he like put the arm up and he leaned and he was looking down, and I was just like, oh, he does not know what he did.
Oh, geez.
So, and then when I said what it was, he was like, I had to look that up, and now I know. He still does it. Like I watched another video where he did it and
Mhm.
he was like, I know what I'm doing. I don't care. This it hurts my arm.
Oh my God. I
So,
love that you guys have a rapport at this point, it seems like.
I mean, he has no idea who I am, but other than maybe that annoying woman who ruined his life about the lean. But yeah. No, we are not besties yet.
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 That's the key word,
But
yet.
one day.
Yeah, how's it
One
going,
day.
Orange Cassidy?
I want him back on the screen. Funny story. So, there's a cat cafe kind of near us, and I was there, and I was using the restroom, and all of a sudden, Orange Cassidy's entrance music came on, and I was like, "Oh my God, I have to hurry up! I'm gonna miss his match." And I was like, "Wait a minute." My first thought was like, "He's injured," and then I was like, "I'm not at a wrestling
Oh
show.
my
I'm at
God.
a cat cafe."
Wait, which one was it? Where is my mind? Or was it the other one, Starship?
Starship.
Okay.
Yeah, like Pavlov's dog. I was just like, ah. And then I was like, I'm an idiot. Also, like, well done. Well done.
So that kind of reminds me ish of before Money in the Bank in 2013 in Philly. I don't know if you were in the little sports bar restaurant thing that we were in before. It was in the same complex as like the Eagle Stadium and everything.
Okay.
And we're sitting in there, we were getting something to eat and like something to drink before the show. And well, at the time, Daniel Bryan, that song started playing
Hmm.
and the entire restaurant all started breaking into Yes chants. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
fantastic.
One of my favorite things is when leaving like a big wrestling event, the crowd
Hmm.
like just randomly breaking out into like
Some
different
kind of
wrestling
chant.
cheers.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
That's always fun.
Hmm. Yeah. It's always if you're ever wearing like a wrestling shirt in the wild and like other wrestling fans see you and you're not thinking about what you're wearing and they start yelling things at you, it's always like,
Well, I don't know if I talked about
especially as a
this.
woman.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, maybe. But when we were in Wildwood on vacation several years ago, I was wearing the Bullet Club Kenny Omega shirt
Mm.
because I think it, yeah, I don't even think AEW was a thing yet. I think it was still, just New Japan BT. And I was in a Wawa and I forgot I was wearing it. And this kid comes over to me and he just starts like coming at me with his hand. And I'm like, what is going on? And Brian's like, your shirt. And I was like, oh, yeah, too sweet.
Yeah. I was walking into Sabatini's many years ago, like a decade ago, and I was wearing a New Day shirt. And this group of college age guys surrounded me and just started going, New Day Rocks, New Day Rocks.
Love it.
And thankfully, because like at first I was like, but when they started doing that, I was like, okay, ooh,
Stranger danger, stranger
yeah.
danger.
Because I was like, I was walking in to meet people, so I was by myself,
Hmm.
and like dusk and a group of men do that. I was just like, ah,
Yeah, that's never,
don't do that, guys.
that,
Don't.
yeah, that's not a fun feeling for a woman by herself ever, ever, ever.
Yeah. Love your shirt. That works.
Yeah,
Or a simple New Day Rocks without
surrounding.
owning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without hurting the woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Making it so no one can see me inside. Because I'm also, Megan and I are both very short women. So that's the other thing.
Yeah, I think I'm actually taller than you, which is a rare thing for me with people.
Probably
Are you like 5'2"?
and a half.
Yeah, I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
So we're close-ish, but I
Yeah.
got her by a little bit.
Depends on what shoes we're wearing.
Yeah. Which when you go out, you will definitely have me because I
Oh
can't
yeah.
wear your death traps.
Yeah. Well, the trick with my death traps is like so they're huge platforms, but my foot is basically flat because I can't. Have I sent you there's a song called Orthopedic Hoe.
No.
I have to
Send
send
that to
that.
me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about how you can't wear the shoes you did when like a millennial woman who can't because those women in their 20s now are not wearing 6-inch stilettos.
No, they're smarter than we were. I couldn't walk in them. I used to be told that I looked like a baby deer taking their first steps.
I went to so I was going through my shoe collection because I don't wear those kind of shoes anymore.
Mhm.
I had these Jimmy Choo shoes that I thrifted. They were $20 and they were like brand new. The
Wow.
best find I've ever had. And I was gonna give them to my niece because she's in her 20s.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Can you walk in stilettos?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Can you walk in these stilettos?" And nope, no. And I can't even straighten my legs anymore in them because
Mhm.
they are an intense heel. Like I could barely walk in them when I got them.
Yeah, I had these like tan patent leather ones that not only was the heel like 6 inches, but the toe part of
Hmm.
it was like a 3-inch platform.
Yeah, that's what I always did.
And I remember the one time my friend and I went out to a bar to see a band that we, like a local band that we used to see. And I wore those out. And I think I made it until maybe like 11:30. And I called at the time was my boyfriend. I don't think we were engaged yet. And we lived close. And I was like, could you please bring me a pair of flats because my feet are killing me? And I had to meet him outside and trade at shoes with him. And yeah, I couldn't do it the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'm always so when I would go out in those heels, my I would always in my little um clutch
Hmm.
take my roommate at the time got me these like ballet flats, but they would roll up so they could fit in.
Hmm.
So that's what I would do on my shoes. Like to walk home, I would because I
Yeah.
was living in downtown Scranton, so I could
Mm.
just walk. It was nice.
I had like similar ones at the wedding, ones that rolled up and I had in a little. And then after the ceremony, I switched into those.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting away from shoe talk
Yeah.
now. Which makes me think of Tony Storm because I feel like she drinks a lot of stuff out of shoes.
Watch,
And watch out for
watch
the
for the
shoe.
shoe. Yep. Chin up, tits up, watch
Yeah,
for the shoe.
shoe. Did you watch? I kind of wonder if she's a Marvelous Mrs. Maisel fan.
Oh, I never watched that.
I like it.
I think I saw like one episode years ago. I think my brother was watching it and I watched one with them, but I don't really remember.
Mm, yeah, the chin up, tits out thing is from there.
Okay,
I don't know if that's where she got it, but yeah.
gotcha.
Um,
I love her so much. I always say that's my wife on TV.
mhm. I love in AEW right now. I love her and Harley Cameron,
Mm,
and I have seen the not cameos, what the hell, vignettes that Harley has been doing.
I
Like
I haven't seen. I haven't been watching since
I,
before SummerSlam.
I haven't either, but
Mm,
I follow Harley Cameron on social media, so she
okay.
is shared, which I love her.
Yeah, she completely made me do a 180 on her with that puppet. The
Hmm.
puppet killed me. I was like, okay, they're letting her show her actual personality.
Right.
She's really funny. I like her now.
Yeah, she is like the good kind of crazy Australian.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm also very excited because Megan has also agreed to go with me to an indie show.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop the indie cherry.
Hmm. The local one here is Smash Masters Rosslyn, so I will be dragging you soon. I mean, technically, I think there are now other
Well, yeah, there's the one that my friend, was she Delilah, I think is her stage name or whatever you want to call it. Her,
wrestling names.
yeah, wrestling name.
Mm.
Her, not shoot name. Like,
Mm.
I won't dox her real name, but yeah, oh, it's like a Pittston one, I think, that she's part of, and she manages a tag team, and I believe they might be the tag team champions, or I know they at least were.
Okay.
And now she's finally getting her own merch. She had a
Oh,
picture
nice.
posted with someone with her, like a shirt on with her. I was like, oh my God, good for you.
You'll have to get one of her shirts.
Right? She was actually just posting the other day asking if anyone could do like a hand-drawn picture to make like a shirt for her. I was like, that would be cool.
Yeah. Not part of my skill set.
No, me either. I cannot draw.
No, the only sort of like artistry I can do is makeup, and that's it.
Music used to be mine, but that's been years. I played violin, I
Uh,
played guitar, I played the bass guitar, and writing a little bit. But as far as like drawing, I was never that great.
okay. Fair. Um, so this is also so again, for those who have listened to us or back in the day,
This is not unusual.
back in the day, um, we are both fans of Cultaholic. And something that hasn't been talked about on the podcast is the fact that Adam Pacitti and Jack the Jobber now have stepped away. Um,
Sad face.
yeah, especially so I used to go to sleep all the time listening to Adam Pacitti do the list.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with Sam, who now does them,
Hmm.
but it's just I have been trained to fall asleep to Adam's voice.
I'm Anna Pacini from Call
And
Call Wrestling. Yeah.
this is 10 wrestlers who got into trouble. Like,
Very specific.
yeah, 10 wrestlers who make a mean steak. Like it's
His Twitch elements too, and he would do that, what was like Shit Show Tuesday or whatever, where he'd just watch like old British shows, and
hmm
that was always fun too.
yeah. Uh, and I also used to love his cat updates. At
Mhm.
least Tom's still there with his cat.
Yes. Yes. I am very sad about Pachidi though. Like,
Yeah,
I won't lie, that I have always had just the tiniest little crush on Adam Pachidi. And
same,
yeah, it
same.
bums me out that he's not there anymore. And Jack is like the sweetest little muffin. Like, he'd probably hate that. But like,
He's just, I don't know, he has such like a baby face. Like I just want to
mhm.
like pinch his cheeks.
He seems like a legitimately pure human being. And
Yeah,
I mean, I did see earlier that looks like he's doing something solo. So I hope that that goes well for him because he seems like a good dude.
yeah. I would definitely follow whatever either one of them
Hmm.
does. But it was funny, like seeing, because talking to you and talking to like other wrestling fans, um, even like friends who I've met on Wrestle Talk, we're all kind of experiencing that same almost burnout of wrestling.
Hmm.
Um, and then to see Adam and maybe Jack experiencing the same thing was very validating, but I
Yeah.
was also very sad. I was like, no, 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 no.
Right.
You're not allowed to get burned out.
I can't.
How will I sleep?
Seriously, I don't know how to explain it because like you said in the beginning, it is a lot better right now.
Hmm
Bar something big that we'll get into
Yeah.
because I went on an epic rant to poor Sabrina who was actually at SummerSlam and that was nothing compared to what came out of my mouth at my home. I will tone it down for the podcast. However, unless you don't want me to.
Will she?
We'll see. Whoever is not new here and was here since the beginning, they might remember some Megan rants, and boy, oh boy, there might be one coming. But yeah, it's just very strange that it's a lot better. There's companies working together. Like women wrestling is some of the hottest shit on TV right now.
hmm
On between especially between like AEW and WWE. Like Tony Storm comes out or Rhea Ripley comes out, and they are two of the biggest stars in wrestling,
Yeah.
period. Like I would argue that Rhea is even bigger than Becky right now.
Yeah.
And Becky was like the woman for
Ever.
like a decade.
Yeah.
Um,
Even like women right now are getting like the book deals. I mean, obviously Becky had hers,
mhm,
Natty's is coming out, Soraya. We're seeing like and that's not something that you would see. Like I have an entire bookshelf, soon to be bookcase, dedicated to wrestling books and like
China,
China,
AJ.
AJ, Lita. That was it. For like decades. And then Medusa has her like had her book come out a bit ago. Um, I might get her secondhand, but I'm not purchasing hers because I don't agree with who she is as a person. But you know,
Fair.
yeah. Um, yeah. Got we'll get into like out of print books when we get into
Mm.
the rant.
Oh God.
But yes, continue, sorry.
Yeah, it's just it's wild that by all rights, after going through the terrible 2010s, and yeah, like the 2010s, I'd say when AEW came around in 19, that felt better.
I thought
Just
you were gonna say 1990 something. I was gonna be like,
no, 2019. That felt better because there was an alternative.
mhm.
They were like the punk rock, it was like something cool and different, and they were doing it a little different. So at least you had that. But I don't know, it like that went downhill for a little bit. It seems like that's getting better again.
Yeah, it seems like
Um,
it's writing itself a little.
but like I don't know. It's just like it felt like every other week between AEW or WWE, there was some kind of pay-per-view like almost
Yeah.
every weekend. So you have either like a Saturday or a Sunday, and then you have Raw on Monday, and I don't do NXT. Um, then you got Dynamite on Wednesday, and I don't do, is Thursday TNA still?
I don't know because I
Oh,
don't do TNA anymore. When
oh,
Tessa Blanchard came back, I canceled my subscription and I put that in there.
good. Then you have like Friday night SmackDown and then sometimes Saturday night main event on top of an AEW pay-per-view because WWE is petty and they're doing it again for All Out. They're running a
Yeah,
pay-per-view like um it just it got to the and like when SmackDown was 3 hours, I think the 3 hour SmackDown is what did it to me. I
yeah,
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I'd be going to work from 8 to like 8:30 to 4 or yeah, 8:30 to 4:30, getting out of work, going right to the gym, not getting home until like 7:30 at night, quick taking a shower and trying to eat something, then starting a 3 hour SmackDown, usually like around 8:30, starting behind like 8:30 or 9. I was fried. I couldn't do it because you
yeah,
got to think like if I'm starting at 9, that shit's not over till about midnight, even skipping the commercials.
yeah,
Then I got to do it again the whole next week and like a 3 hour, like 2.5 hour Raw. And it just got to the point where I noticed myself like this during like wrestling. I'd just be like,
yeah. And maybe like when
oh,
the
scrolling my
weather's,
phone for just
oh
listeners.
yeah,
Sorry.
maybe when the weather is shitty again, like it won't be as bad.
Mhm.
And Lord knows we live in northeastern Pennsylvania, so the cold is coming. But like, yeah, I can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Yeah, like I'll watch All Out.
Hmm.
Did Forbidden Door happen? Did I miss that?
It did not happen yet.
Okay. So like yeah, I'll do that. I'm not gonna do the WWE pay-per-view that's competing with All Out because that's so fucked up and petty. Are we
Yeah.
still allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that changed. I didn't know if you were getting demonetized or
No,
anything.
no. No one's sending money. Yeah.
Okay.
If you would like us not to curse, you can send money. All right.
Subscribe to our Patreon at we don't really have one.
We don't really have one. We don't curse.com. Oh
Oh God, aren't you glad I'm back?
yes.
Six left turns and
Well, that means we'll eventually get back on the same track, right?
that's four. That's fine.
Well, that's why we have to do two more turns to get to eight. So you know, and then
Wee.
what the fuck were we talking about?
Exactly. About being burnt out on wrestling.
Yes, 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 yes.
You were saying you can't, you can't, you can't.
No. I don't remember the last time I watched a SmackDown. Um, I usually will take and fast forward through Raw. Um, Dynamite I catch sometimes. I have not watched a Collision and I don't even know how long.
I
They kept moving it around and I went, fuck this, I can't.
that was the first thing that I think we cut. I didn't even mention it when I was just going through all the shows, so that can show you how long
Yeah.
it's been. Yeah, that was the first that I was like, I can't.
When they had once Orange Cassidy got injured, I really was just because they always put him on Collision, and that was the only reason I was watching.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't need to watch this.
Mhm.
Um, and then yeah, the so with the pay-per-views coming now at the same time yet again, I'm going to watch All Out.
Mhm.
I will probably go back and rewatch whatever Bad Blood or whatever it is that they're putting on with WWE.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. Um, they haven't, I don't think they've officially announced what it's going to be, but unless they've heard that's when they're going to have Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and if that's the case, I will not watch.
No.
Um, my understanding is that asshole has not been on WWE TV since his appearance at SummerSlam, which, I was just, as I said last week, I cried gently throughout the entire John Cena Cody Rhodes match. I wanted Cody to win. I think that match was one of the best matches John Cena has had in a long time.
Yeah.
Um, it was beautifully done.
Told a great story.
Told a great story, clear passing of the torch,
Hmm.
um, and just beautiful. And then they just shit on it.
Yeah.
They absolutely shit on it. Um, and it was like it was a very again Pavlov's dog. Like the music, his music hit, and I was like, oh, because I used to, like 10 years ago, before knowing anything about Brock Lesnar, be a Brock Lesnar fan. That is no longer the case. Because it's not just, although it would be enough on its own, like the Janelle Grant case. Like that on its own is enough.
Yeah.
Um, it's everything else too, which we'll get into. But literally was, why? And like I heard so many people around me have that same, oh, that's a man's voice going, and then being like, what the fuck? And we just left.
I did not have an initial O because I was never a Brock Lesnar fan, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I heard it and I immediately screamed, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Absolutely not. Fuck no, I'm done." And I stood up and I left and I walked down the hall to the kitchen and I started having a rant, yelling from the kitchen into the living room about how I guess sex trafficking is fucking okay now. What the fuck is this? I cannot believe that they did this. I am so fucking glad we didn't go and drop over 300 or like $500 on tickets. I am done, not watching anymore. The last straw over with, finished. Bro, it was like, okay. And then I messaged you almost the same exact thing.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Like it was just bizarre being, especially like going through all that, like my little emotional journey that I was having before that. Um, and then I did get to watch children who have no clue who Brock Lesnar is, but there were these two siblings. One was all dressed up in Cody Rhodes stuff, and the other one was all dressed up in John Cena stuff.
Oh, my
And
heart.
yeah, yeah, the one was just sitting there going,
Oh, that's adorable.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And then the sibling, the Cody Rhodes sibling, was not rubbing it in their face, but they were sitting there smiling, hugging a championship belt. So,
that's cute.
yeah.
I did see something. Now, full disclaimer, as the Iron Sheik said, fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Hmm.
However, I saw a graphic that was kind of cool when you saw it. It was like Andre did it for Hogan, Hogan did it for Rock, Rock did it for Cena, Cena did it for Cody, like the, top person.
Yeah.
Like the character of Hogan meant a lot to wrestling. Like not Terry, the character of Hogan. You wouldn't have WWE right now, or like you really wouldn't if it wasn't for him and Hulkamania. And I was not a Hulk kid. I was a
I was
Macho
not.
Man kid.
I was not a Hulk kid either. I
No.
will say, on the topic of Hulk Hogan, he did shape the way wrestling is, especially, by not by interfering with having there being a wrestling union.
Well, that was Terry. I'm talking about strictly just the
Yeah.
on-screen character.
I'm just
Terry definitely fucked people.
Yeah,
Like,
because if he hadn't done that, there are so many wrestlers who probably would still be alive.
yep.
Um, who knows? Maybe there wouldn't have been a certain Benoit situation. Um, but yeah, probably. I will. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. No,
that's
but that little thing I saw, it
yeah.
was kind of neat to see like all because like Andre was the biggest thing going, then
Hmm.
Hulkamania happened, and obviously The
The
Rock,
Rock.
and which I don't know, like The Rock is like the biggest star in the world right now, but as far as the wrestling world goes, I'd say Stone Cold was bigger than The Rock.
It's hard, right? Because like The Rock had the biggest um he
Post.
post like so and then coming back he probably did bring more fans with him.
Mhm.
So that one's, but like yeah, Stone Cold kicked it off, like
If you're looking
yeah.
at just at their time, their period, like how big they were, both the two biggest in the company. However, you still don't hear pops like you did for Stone Cold Steve Austin. As- I specifically think of the one with Mankind with the title match,
Oh,
and you hear that glass and you can't hear commentary, nothing. It's just like roaring, thunderous. Like I The Rock did get big pops, but I don't think anyone has ever got one like that. Like Stone Cold was the guy, the absolute guy.
where was it? I don't even remember which company it was anymore, if it was AEW or WWE, but it was overseas.
Mhm.
And the crowd was so loud, the cameras were shaking because
Oh,
the
was
building was.
that was France, wasn't it?
I don't know. And I don't remember which company it was.
I'm almost positive that that was when they did that the show in was it Paris? When WW I'm almost positive because they were doing the stomping and the
Yeah.
panting thing.
Yeah. The building was shaking, and the cameras were shaking. I think in that case, overseas crowds are a bit different.
Yeah,
Um,
I exclude that from I just mean like domestic 90s pops like
sounds like soda.
yeah, right, well we don't say pop here, come
Well,
on.
in the South.
And in the western part of PA, I think
Oh
they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, around Pittsburgh.
I think the Yinzers they
Oh
call.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, they're weird over there.
They're more Midwest than East Coast. Somewhere like in Bumblefuck it changes over.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is like six different states on its own.
Yeah.
You got like, the coal crackers up here, and you got your Philly, and then you got Pennsyltucky, you got your Yinzers, and then you got basically Buffalo. Like,
Yeah. Although I will say even Northeast Pennsylvania, like the eastern part of the state, there's still a lot of the same cultural things. It just gets a little friendlier the further you go up, but keeps that same fuck around find out energy.
yeah, we're very much like East Coast-ish, like very New
Yeah.
York, New Jersey influenced here,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I would. It's like the thing I've heard where like East Coasters are kind but not
Not nice.
nice, and West Coasters are nice but not kind. Like the example is if you're broken down on the side of the road, an East Coaster will be like, "What the fuck?" and like give you shit, but they will stop and help you change your tire.
Hmm.
Someone on the West Coast will be like, "Oh, that's too bad. I'm so sorry," and then just drive right past you.
Yep. Yeah. You might get a bless your heart in the South. Like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
but yeah, I don't remember where we were going with
Uh,
the pops, because
yeah.
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 Hi, I'm back.
Hmm. But yeah, I don't know who was bigger, Stone Cold or The Rock. I mean, looking back at their influence, it's probably going, I don't even know.
Take Hollywood out of the equation,
Wait,
period. Just think
yeah.
strictly wrestling, strictly in the 90s. Stone Cold has the edge a little
Well,
bit.
in the 90s, yeah. In the 2000s, you got to give it to Rock, I think.
Well, he was basically gone by then.
Well, it was when he would come
Mm.
back. Well,
Just-
yeah, because I didn't start watching until 2000. Stone Cold was mostly gone then because he had his neck injury.
okay.
But yeah, The Rock, I mean, technically he still comes back sometimes.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, we overlap. I stopped and you started.
yeah. Um, but yeah, John Cena took in ran. I don't think anyone's had more merchandise than John Cena. Like all the weird shit. There's no
New Day might be close.
maybe
They had cereal and unicorns and the things and like
if anyone ever finds a New Day lawn gnome, you let me know because I want that. It'll go nicely with my John Cena ones. But yeah, John Cena's even like they put him on everything. There's like John Cena cologne, and someone asked him like, "Do you wear that?" And he was like, "No, it smelled terrible. Like I didn't even know they did that." But like all this stuff. And I that is one of my favorite things, finding weird John Cena merch and
Well, I bet you
getting.
Cody is gonna start getting stuff like that.
It was very sad. I went to the liquor store because I was hoping he has a Wheatley vodka bottle with him on it. So I thought they were making that. They
Hmm.
just made it for him. I was like, this is bullshit. I would have bought that.
Is it for the what do you want to talk about podcasting?
Yeah, which I also really like
I have
that.
only watched the Kevin Owens one. Shocking because you know how much I hate Kevin Owens.
Mm,
God, I miss him. That's
yeah.
another thing. I think that's another thing that made me stop really watching too. I had no Kevin Owens because
Yeah.
I'm kind of in love with him. But
Did you I think you would like the one with him and Brandy, Cody and Brandy on it
okay.
because Cody sticks his foot in his mouth so hard so many times. Like he's like, yeah, no one's aging like you, but like and the way he says it, there's so many times she's like, wait a minute, what? And he's like keeps just talking and yeah, the way he phrases things are terrible. And he's trying to compliment her as just like, You're old, you're ugly,
I still
and
think
you're wrinkly. Like that's what it comes out as. And she's like, "What?"
I still think it's crazy that Cody and I are the same age. We're like 6 months apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not aging the greatest.
I think he's fine.
Well, then you're aging very well.
I've been told that a lot lately.
Yeah.
I just recently got told that I look like I'm in my early 30s.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoiler, I'm not.
She's 25.
If you're watching, you got to see. I'm not saying it. I can't say it.
I'll say it.
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, just I mean, you're just my age plus what,
Plus 2.2.
3.2. Yeah. It's the that little half. I'm a half an inch shorter.
I'm almost 39 for the third time. Well, there's the original, and then the second time, and then in December it'll be the third time I turn 39.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, I thought you were just 40. That's what you
Ah, you said
I
it.
did. Sorry. Sorry.
Feel free to leave in the comments how much I don't look 40, please. Please boost my ego. God damn it, I need it.
Oh, God. Please hype me up.
Tell me I'm pretty. No. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Maybe like 3 hours, and I worked all day. So we
Mm. Um, well, do you want to
lost Megan. Okay, I'm back.
do you want to
Try to remember SummerSlam.
well, no, I was gonna say
No.
jump back to the Brock Lesnar
Uh, you know what? Yeah, let's get the misery over first, and then we can end on a lighter note. Well, not
yes.
end, but can
Talk about nicer things. Yes,
mhm.
yes, yes, yes,
Like
yes.
flowers and rainbows and Tony Storm and Kenny Omega. Let's make me happy.
Yes, 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 yes. Um, so the other things that like let's just remove the human trafficking. We'll take that off the playing field. Anyone who watches Dark Side of the Ring may recall the episode. I feel like he's going to get his own one day. But they might recall the episode Plane Ride from Hell and Terry Reynolds talking about when I think the divorce had just gone through with Gold Dust, and to get at him, Brock Lesnar decided to, or at least this is what everyone was claiming, expose himself to Terry. Because nothing says like I'm a better man than you than by sexually harassing your ex-wife. Um, so that right there is illegal. Also, it's a violation of wrestling norms because Brock Lesnar would have been a newbie at that time to take and go after, like, to disrespect a veteran like that. Two veterans, really. Both of them.
Yeah,
Um,
because they split like amicably, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had a young daughter, um, who thankfully was not there for that incident. Um, but yeah, so clearly does not care about
Well,
wrestling
oh.
norms, wrestling norms or women. And that's not the only incident either. If you look at Brock Lesnar's own autobiography, in his own words, in case you're like, oh, that's just Terry Reynolds saying things. Blah, 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 blah. He in his own autobiography, which I believe is out of print now, so you would have to get it secondhand, but you can do it. Um, he talks about when him and Sable were together before they were married, she left him. She was absolutely done with him, and she moved away, got a place, didn't tell him where she was living. Well, he found out where she was living, hopped on a plane, showed up outside her house. She wasn't home, so he broke in, um, and called her from her landline. That's how long ago this was. And when she answered, she was like, "Who is this?" And he identified himself. And she said something along the lines of like, you would better not, like, where are you calling me from? And he was like, don't you recognize the number? And she said, like, you better not be in my house. And he was like, I am, and I'm gonna be here whenever you get back. So breaking and entering and stalking. Um, I don't personally like Sable, but
You don't do that.
people, yeah, people should be checking on her, honestly. Because I mean, he did move her out to Saskatchewan, where he has his own farm and butcher shop, where he likes to personally butcher the animals.
I didn't know the breaking into her house and calling her from her landline story. Ugh,
Mm-hmm.
that gives me the ick real bad.
Yeah, yeah. No wonder she married him. Like, she was probably like, I can't get away from this man.
Ugh, like old school wrestlers for the most part. Ick, just
Mm-hmm.
ick. It's like the exception for them to be decent.
Yep. Yeah.
This,
Like a Mick Foley.
yeah, yeah,
He People make fun of that man for like, pinching pennies his whole life so his family could have a nice life. But I mean, his kids like him a whole lot,
yeah.
as does the world.
I know he's such a. I would love to meet him one day. I really would. And I know I've mentioned this before. I swear to God, I would bring something like Avatar: The Last Airbender related for him to
Hmm.
sign instead of wrestling, because he probably gets wrestling shit all the time. So that would be more like,
Probably wrestling in Santa.
yeah, I think that would stand out a little bit more. But yeah, I would love to eventually meet Mick Foley. He just seems like such a wholesome dude.
Yeah, just troll around Knobles. Eventually he'll show up.
Yeah, right. I would never want to bother him when he
No.
was like with his family, though. I'm,
Yeah, you just walk by and you're like,
yeah, yeah, seriously. Yeah, he was definitely one of my top favorites. I absolutely loved him.
mm-hmm.
Like, I basically went from like Macho Man to Brett to Taker for a little bit to full